Oh, Reggie, man, I'm so excited to have you on the show today.
Appreciate it.
You and Callaway have so much in common. You're both known for speed.
Yeah, but I doubt you guys make a club as fast as me, though.
Okay. We have guys on tour that can hit this thing 190 miles an hour.
Yeah, but can I do this?
Wow, that was fast.
I told you.
Oh.
Don't you have a show to do?
Oh, live show?
No script? What can possibly go wrong?
Damn, that guy's fast. On the show that Reggie Bush is on. How's everybody? Good to see you. It's Callaway Live. I'm Harry Arnett. Told you that. We got a great show for you tonight. This is a show that I've been waiting for because I always love the shows where you get to see two highly tuned athletes talking about their craft. Right here. Okay. Thank you for the pity laugh. But our guest tonight is one of the most electric athletes that we've seen in the last 20 years. He electrified college sports. He won a Super Bowl for the most hated team in the NFL history, the New Orleans Saints. He's a 1,000-yard rusher for two different teams in his NFL career. Please welcome to Callaway Live the slower person who will be on the set tonight, Reggie Bush. All right, there he is.
Okay. Appreciate it.
How are you?
Yeah, man. How you doing? Thank you.
Well, I'm glad that we finally got you on the show. Reggie and I met years ago. We were workout buddies. And
wait, why are we the most hated team?
I may be a little bit of a passionate.
You hated us.
Yes,
that's what it was.
Yes, I should say that.
That's what it was.
So when they drafted you, I was like, no, don't draft him. Don't draft him. Draft some slow lineman, please. But so you were part of really one of the most celebrated college teams that in a time when LA didn't have a football team. I guess it could be argued they still don't. But what was that like being a part of LA? And obviously you're a home guy. You're a San Diegan. But going up there, being a part of that.
It was amazing because I remember when first going back to being drafted. I made my decision mostly based on distance. I wanted to be close enough to home to where my family could drive up to see me, or at least a short flight. So that played a big part in it. And I remember, my first days there, I was excited. I was like a little kid all over again, stepping onto that campus, and just the opportunities that were in front of me. It was a great experience. And I kind of just tried to take it all in. And I think the most amazing part about the experience of being at USC was the culture that we were able to build as teammates. And a lot of those guys, even to this day, are still some of my best friends. Coaches, I still talk to a lot of the guys that are the equipment managers, the trainers, everybody. So we really built a family atmosphere. And still to this day, like I said, we still keep in touch. We still talk all the time. I'm in a group chat with a bunch of guys. We talk trash all day and have a good time. But yeah, that's what I really cherish most about that journey, was being able to build relationships, because it's a relationship business. And I always say that to some younger kids, and even at the high school level. Some of the guys that I played with in high school are still some of my best friends to this day. Whenever I come back home to San Diego, which is a lot, I hang out with those guys, and we have a good time.
So when at the USC, so many great athletes that were there, how did Coach Carroll take all these individual great athletes and make it into a cohesive team?
Well, I think he did a great job by, not making it a very friendly environment, but also making it a competitive environment and a fun atmosphere. And I thought he did a great job at that. Still to this day, he's one of my favorites that I've played for as a coach. Because you didn't feel like you were going to practice. You felt like you were going to have fun. You felt like you were going to enjoy another opportunity to go out there and grind and work hard with your boys, with your family members. So I thought he did a great job at that. He always kept the atmosphere fun and filled. And I think, to me, if I ever were to run my own company one day, I would try to replicate that.
And he took that to the NFL, which a lot of people thought
and he's doing
maybe that wouldn't work for professional athletes,
right, and it's working.
happening.
Yeah, and it's working. working, and again, just keeping that environment fun, filled, and anytime, you know, it's enough to have to get up every day and to go to work, but anytime you can make it a little bit easier on people, I think that's the secret sauce.
What kind of company would you run, man? You just dropped that bomb on us here.
Well, maybe
the largest golf company in Carlsbad, perhaps.
Since you asked,
I feel like we'd be in better shape as a company. We'd be a little more competitive.
It would definitely be more competitive.
Yeah.
No, I actually, me and my wife, we started our own esports video gaming company. So it's one of the things, my new venture that I'm working on right now, just creating teams, leagues, and creating competitive environment for people to play video games. I don't know if any of you guys play video games.
I think they all do. They're just going to be a little bit
Any of your kids play video games, but you know, that's what we're doing right now. Is you know, and ultimately someday I want to be able to pay people salaries to play video games and play just like in the NFL we get paid salaries to play against other teams. Kind of replicate that same model.
Locker rooms are a little different in esports, probably.
Yeah, I would assume they're a little different. It's funny because
going on there in the esports games.
But you know what's crazy is now esports is growing big. I don't know how much you guys know about esports, but it is growing big. There's a guy in China that makes $5 million a year playing video games. That's more than a lot of guys in the NFL. So
that's more than a lot of guys at Callaway Golf.
Yeah.
Forget the NFL.
Yeah.
I need to know that guy's name, and I need to know if he has room in his mom's basement. Or, he probably has his own basement.
Man, listen, I remember times when my parents looked down on me for playing video games too much, and now you can get, you know, people are making money playing video games. So I just want to be a part of that.
I think kids now, it's wild because I learned sports not to play them well, unfortunately, but I learned actually playing them.
Yeah.
Our kids now are learning them from video games, not from playing them, which is totally different.
It's crazy. Just, you know, obviously everything now is like it's on this phone. Anytime you can create something where it's, you know, you put it on a phone, you made it, right? So my kids, we watch kids YouTube on my phone, and they're like addicted to this kids YouTube on my cell phone, and they're only 4 years old. My daughter's 4, my son is 2, and they already know how to swipe. They know how to like flip through and go to different apps and stuff like that. Not at all.
I don't teach my daughters that.
I didn't teach her.
Oh yeah,
I didn't teach her. But they're so fascinated by watching other kids play with toys and video games. So it's just I guess the day and age is changing now, and it's a little scary.
Are they impressed by? Do they see any of the videos of when you were playing? Where, you know, I mean, because some of your high school video is still on YouTube, which has 8 million views every day or something. 6 million is from my team over there in marketing, but it's it's like the first video that I can remember seeing of a high school kid to just dominant. Do your kids watch that?
I haven't shown my kids that yet.
I would show it to them every day. I'd make them have T-shirts that had the screen grab of that thing on it.
I haven't showed that to them yet. When they get of age to where, you know, they start competing. Actually, my daughter just started golf. She's 4 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She just started golfing. She just started golf camp. Yeah. I was very excited about that. Yeah. And I posted something on my page, on my Instagram page, and I said that, you know, future LPGA champion, and then the actual LPGA page reposted it. So
really?
I was like a proud daddy moment. And that was her first. That was actually her first day of golf camp.
So, are you able to teach her how to play the game a little bit?
She putts. She does it all. I mean, she can hit the ball, and she's already got the alignment part right. Or like that's half of it, right? Getting lined up correctly. So, but yeah, she's doing good. She loves it, which is what. I love the fact that she loves it. So when she gets older, now I have an excuse to go golf, and I don't have to like tell my wife other reasons why I'm leaving the house. Like I can actually tell her I'm going to golf with my daughter now. So
right, that's a legit excuse.
It's a legit
you don't even need
excuse.
a hall pass for that one.
No, don't need a hall pass.
All right, I want to talk to you a little bit more about golf when we get back. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Reggie. We'll talk about Reggie's golf life right after this on Callaway.
Hi, I'm Joe Toulon, putter specialist at Odyssey, the #1 putter in golf. Now there are 2 main categories of putters, face balance and toe hang. And the way to tell the difference between the two is to balance the putter shaft on your finger. If the face points towards the sky, you have a face balance putter. If the toe droops at all, you have a toe hang putter. The reason these two main categories exist is because golfers have all different types of stroke paths. And one of the key things in putting is to keep the face angle of your putter square to your stroke path. That means golfers who have a straight back, straight through stroke with minimal face rotation generally favor face balanced putters, like the O-Works Red 7 or the O-Works Red 2 ball. Golfers who have more of an arcing stroke lean more towards a putter with toe hang, like the O-Works Black No. 1. Because of all the different stroke paths, toe hang putters come in varying degrees, ranging from minimum to moderate to maximum. As a general rule, the more arc and face rotation you have in your stroke, the more apt you are to favor a putter with maximum toe hang, like an O-Works No. 9. If you have an arcing stroke, experiment with different styles of toe hang putters to find the one that best suits your stroke. Whatever putter you choose, make sure it's an Odyssey, the #1 putter in golf.
Welcome back, Callaway Live. Hurry on that, Reggie Bush. There he is right there. That's a good move.
Yeah, well, actually, that shot actually ended up shanking the ball right there.
Oh.
It looks good, but the ball went like darted to the right.
Which one of our guys hurt your knee there, though, Reggie? I didn't know that.
Well,
did Sean get in a little close, or Otson on your banging you?
That's from years of football.
Yeah,
right there.
How is the body, by the way? Because 10 years, 11 years NFL, plus all the stuff leading up to that pays its toll, doesn't it?
It does, and especially as a running back, it takes an even bigger toll because we take pretty much a hit every play, and even when we don't have the ball, we're getting hit, right? Like we're either blocking or, so it's a tough position to play. I wouldn't want my son to play it.
Yeah, is that really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my son, if he's gonna play football, he's gotta be a quarterback.
Yeah.
That's it. They play the longest, they make the most money. They're usually like the captain and all those things. But, yeah, I would rather my son, obviously, to play non-contact sports. And just knowing what I've been through as a football player, multiple surgeries, multiple injuries, torn ligaments, broken bones. You name it, I've been through it all. And it's a tough sport, but it is a great sport, though. I love it. I still love it to this day. I'm actually still active, still trying to play now. I want to play 1 or 2 more years before I retire. But it is a tough sport, and it does take a toll on your body. In the NFL, we have a 100% injury rate, which means that it's not a matter of if you get injured, it's a matter of when you get injured. So, with that in mind, again, not to, take anybody away from their passion of football here, but I love it. Even now, and I will always love it, but it is a tough sport.
Well, that's exactly why I didn't turn pro and pursued a career in golf marketing. A little less violent. But when did you pick up golf? Because a lot of golf and football don't really go together.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Everything I've learned in football.
Oh, fewer people hitting you on the golf course.
I like that part.
Yeah.
but it's funny because, it's not funny because everything you learn in football, none of it translates to golf. It's the exact opposite. Quick twitch muscles. I'm still trying to learn how to not swing hard. And that still affects me sometimes on the golf course when I'm hitting balls. But so my first golf lessons I ever got. So I used to be with Red Bull for a number of years, about 7 or 8 years. And they did, they wanted to do a cross kind of promotion with football meets golf. So they took me, I went to Augusta National for my first time. I didn't know anything about golf. I thought.
Good entry.
And they paired me up with Ricky Fowler. And so I got my first golf lessons ever at Augusta National, with Ricky. And it was rough.
Yeah.
By the end of the day, I was like, this is the dumbest sport ever. And nobody should ever play a sport. And now
we all go through that.
and now I'm a golf fanatic. I love it. And I wish I had picked it up when I was younger. So that's why I got my daughter, and I'll have all my kids involved.
At what point did the game hit you where you're like, you know what? I get the point of why so many fanatics love this sport.
When you hit that one good golf shot.
Yeah.
That's all it takes is that one golf shot, right? And you smoke it down the fairway, and you just kind of like, you're not even walking to the ball. You're like, what's it called? You're like just floating to the ball, right?
I can do my meditation. No, I don't want to do that.
But when you hit that one good shot, right? Like you're just hooked, and you see why, why people love this game, and And for me, I'm such a competitive person that anytime I start something, until I'm great at it, I will not stop. So that's kind of where I am.
You got your work cut out for you with this game. That's going to be a journey, my friend.
Yeah, and then I play with my boys, so it gets even more competitive. We talk trash, and we bet money, and you know, they don't let you live it down for at least a week or two. So it's fun. It's competitive. There's no contact in it, which I love, and you know, you can always get better. It's the other parts I love about the game.
I wonder what is your trash talking like, because I've watched a lot of Hard Knocks, and it can get mean at the NFL level. I mean, they get personal on the stuff, and they know stuff. Is that the same on the golf course?
We tailor it a little bit down. You know, we don't because you know, we're all still friends. And we don't hurt each other's feelings.
Right. Yeah.
On the football field, it's different. You're trying to hurt somebody's feelings. So, but on the golf course with my boys, you know, we talk trash, and you know, but we'll stay quiet while we're hitting the balls. But if it's a bad shot, right away you're gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I never pictured you as a trash talker really on the football field, but maybe I just wasn't watching close enough.
Well, on the football field, I don't talk trash as much unless somebody kind of
deserves it.
Yeah. or they bring it out of me. Then I turn into that different guy.
What's your trash talk handicap, you think? Are you single digit?
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Are you?
I'm like 0.
Who's the best? Who would have the lowest trash talk handicap of guys you played with?
Of guys that I play with, the lowest.
Yeah.
I would probably say LaShawn McCoy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he talks a lot of crap, but not even on the football field. Just like all the time.
General, yeah.
Like just in general.
Dinner, movies.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where we're at.
E-gaming. No, I don't think we're e-gaming with him.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good. So do you like the short game part of the game as well? Because that's really where you get good, is if you have a passion for and that has a lot, I think, from what I see of the really best NFL teams, because a lot of that is sort of repetition and a commitment to a process as you get closer to the
So when I first started golfing, obviously like any man, we want to just hit drives all day, right? And I was just hitting drivers, and so then I started to learn over time that, you know, obviously you make your money and you drop those scores with putting and chipping. So, you know, I've been to days where I've easily 20 strokes that have been given away just off of putting and chipping. So I've learned over time to just try to master that and get better at that. But I'm not great at it. I'm still learning.
I saw what we fit you into, and I immediately saw it, and I was talking to Nate, who fits you. Yeah. And you are such a weirdo about your golf clubs. I was like, why is Reggie such a weirdo? Everything has to match. You got to have the grip match. If we fit you into epic.
It's called swag.
Swag. I got it. I have no swag. I have no swag. Damn my no swag golf bag.
No, but you know what? It's I learned at a very early age. One of my favorite players I watched growing up was Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
and he always said that you gotta look good to play good. So I always keep that with me, man. You gotta look good to play good.
You did. You always had everything was like perfect on you know, coming out of the tunnel. Yeah. But he said, because Nate was saying, I was like, what did you fit Reggie into putt with? And he said, I fit him into the 7S, which is a putter we have. And I go, is it the red one? He goes, no, he didn't want the red one because the other clubs are green and the grips are green. No red, had to be black.
It was the driver, epic driver, is black with the green, and then the irons are silver. Or chrome, whatever you call it, and then and then my wedges are silver, or black as well with green, the little green dots, or whatever you call those two. So I didn't want
dots is fine.
I can't match lime green, black, silver, and then you just got this red putter.
I do. That's a problem.
You just got a red.
I have no swag.
Got this random red putter in there.
I have no swag. Okay, so no red putter for you. So how many times are you playing right now? I mean, are you a couple times a week?
Yeah, I usually get out like 3 times a week, at least 3 times a week. I'm playing 18. So and then certain days. I'm usually hitting balls about 5 times a week.
Really?
So those other days I don't play, I try to stop by the range and just hit some balls for at least like an hour, 2 hours. So.
In the game, the handicap's coming down, and the game's
coming down. I finally broke 80 just the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
All right. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm not playing yet.
Finally,
I'm not playing yet.
It was a long road. It was a long, tough road, but I'm here. I've arrived.
Well, now we have the best equipment in your bag, and know that handicap's going to go down.
Oh yeah, way down.
And get the kids out there.
When I was in there in the golf simulator with the drivers and with the wedges, I was hitting them right down the middle. So I really. I mean, I like them a lot, so I'm anxious to see how
we're not stupid. We rigged that so that it looks like it.
Oh, so I wasn't really hitting it down the middle. It's a monitor.
Yeah. That's our version of e-gaming, my friend.
So the monitor said I was hitting it straight, but I really...
Yeah, we'll have to go out and test it on the golf course, and we'll see that it's going down the field.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show, man.
Thanks,
we really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Reggie Bush. We're going to go hit the golf course. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time on Callaway Live. That was awesome. Thanks, man.
Welcome back into the latest edition of Emergency 9. Joining us is Reggie Bush. And Reggie, you told me you're already nervous for this. Is that true?
I am. Yes.
All right.
I know what to expect.
9 rapid-fire questions. Don't even think. Just first thing that comes to your mind. If you had a walkout song every time you stepped out onto the first tee, what would it be?
Phil Collins, I Can Feel It.
Wow, okay. What's been your worst reaction out of anger that you've ever had on a golf course?
Broke my putter.
How?
I slammed it on the ground and it snapped.
I like that. Okay. Who would be your dream foursome if it was strictly made up of NFL players, past or present?
If it was strictly made up of NFL players? Oh, man. Okay, it would be my boy Golden Tate, because I know he's a good golfer. Aaron Rodgers, probably, because I heard he's pretty good. And Drew Brees, my guy Drew Brees.
Wow, yeah. Good players only. You were not interested in just having fun. Who would be your least favorite NFL player to play golf with?
Least favorite? Does it have to be NFL? Can I say Charles Barkley?
Okay, I'll give you 2. You get Charles Barkley and someone else that you're like, I cannot spend 4 hours.
Not only because I know Charles is terrible. I've seen him swing. It's pretty bad. My other least favorite to play with? Oh, man, that's a tough question. Probably...
You're thinking too hard.
I know. Probably any defensive lineman, they're terrible at golf.
Any defensive lineman, you're not invited to play. Okay, who got in more trouble in high school, you or Alex Smith?
Neither of us. We never got in trouble. Yeah.
Now you're lying on Emergency 9.
I swear we never got in trouble.
How many times did you get grounded by your parents when you were in high school?
Probably maybe once. I was always focused on, playing football and getting good grades. Honestly, I was.
Okay, staying out of trouble. You're known for your speed on the field, but how do you handle slow play on the golf course?
Oh, I hate it. I hate it because, so I'm a member at a country club. I won't mention the name. Well, there's 1,000 members, it feels like. And it's just every time you're on a you want to tee off, you're waiting. And even in the middle of the week, during the week, when you would expect there would be nobody there, there's always a lot of people there. So I don't know. I guess I got to join a new country club or something.
Have you ever told someone to hurry up?
Yeah, my boys, but I would never shout it at somebody in front of me, though.
Okay, good etiquette still, even when you're upset. Dream course to play on?
Dream course to play on, I would say the Masters.
Yeah, Augusta?
Augusta,
okay,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually, quick story. My first golf lessons I ever got was at Augusta. But not on the actual golf course, but like the course like next to it, from Ricky Fowler.
Wow, your first lesson ever came from Ricky Fowler, pretty close to Augusta National.
I didn't know anything about golf, and I was like, this is the dumbest sport ever, and now I'm like a golf addict.
These are the perks of being a professional athlete. That doesn't happen to us mere mortals. Okay, we're getting tough now, and down to our final ones. Team Taylor Swift or Team Kanye West?
Taylor.
Okay, not even a hesitation. All right, and the last question, it's 3-part buy or sell. Okay. Buy or sell jersey swaps in the NFL?
Buy.
Buy the new celebration rules that were just relaxed and announced.
Definitely buy, yeah.
Buy or sell people yelling mashed potatoes in golf during the PGA Tour events?
What does that mean?
They yell mashed potatoes and crazy things, Baba Booey, when you listen to them in guys' backswing.
No, I'm definitely buying that.
Reggie Bush buying all 3 things. You have survived Emergency 9.
That wasn't so bad.